Cool. How's it going, Richard?
Doing just fine and dandy.
Cool. What did we get up to this weekend?
Um, Not a whole lot.
Yeah. I discovered a new hobby called drinking. So that's been keeping me occupied these last couple of days, these last 2 days.
Are you building up an immunity for the wedding?
Yeah, I've been, you know, putting away my vitamin C. So I think it's been pretty okay comparatively. I remember like this time last year, around like the November time frame, I was coughing up like completely red mucus. It was that bad. So I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. What have
Yeah.
you just been having like basic stuff, right?
No, I mean, I woke up this morning, I felt fabulous. Then I went outside for a while, and apparently there's pollen blowing around. So,
What's your first mistake? You should have just stayed inside, never seen the sun.
but the outside was so nice today. I decided to go out a little bit. But yeah, this time of year, they got tree pollen, mold spores, all kinds of crap floating around Houston, and my body just loves all of it.
Yeah. I uh I went out to the park today and I finally got like a healthy dose of sun for the first time in I don't know how long. I think that I'm suited fine to like what the current climate is, but I think if it drops a little bit more when it comes to like pollen and stuff, things are gonna get bad. Because that's when I get really like I can only breathe out of one nose and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I'm trying to get in as much like preventative like vitamin C and ginger and all that stuff as I can.
I uh, I take a not a heavy load, a fairly good load, like 500 milligrams of C every day, and
Yeah.
also I take zinc
Yeah.
and D3. So I hit everything for the immune system. And I just started recently taking that alpha lipoic acid, ALA.
Yeah.
Um, I did that with purpose to get rid of any peripheral neuropathy or see if that works. It's supposed to, but it also enhances some of the immune components like CoQ10 and vitamin E,
Yeah.
uh, and it like sweeps out. Some of the bad stuff. Supposedly, that's what it's all about.
I think my favorite immunity booster is Kroger sushi because you get the ginger and the wasabi and a little bit of protein. That's my go-to.
Well,
It's done me well.
I'm drinking miso soup.
That too. Anything Japanese is good for you
Right.
by default.
Well, I miso soup always makes me feel better, but when I look at the content, it's got half the daily requirement of sodium in it.
Yeah, it's
So
always so salty.
so that's what really kicks you up. If your body doesn't have enough sodium in it, uh, it'll give you a little too much.
Well, that's my main gripe with everybody like who touts like electrolyte supplements because if you're a regular American, you're pretty okay when it comes to electrolytes. Like you're getting more than enough sodium. Maybe you need more magnesium, which is what like most people um are lacking. So I take like a magnesium supplement sometimes, but like
I do also.
yeah,
Potassium. If if you're if you're eating any kind of meat at all, you're getting plenty of potassium.
yeah,
Potatoes, just packed with them.
yeah,
So, but magnesium, my body's always run low on it. Ever since I went through all the cancer stuff,
yeah.
I always had a low level of potassium, and my blood level of sodium is always low. So I have to stay on top of that.
Because you just don't absorb enough.
Apparently, my kidneys do what they do with it, but it doesn't wind up in my body. Um, it flushes most of it out, so just have to replace it.
Good times. Yeah, what's your stack these days? Because I know you're taking HMB still. You're taking ALA on top of that, and then you're not taking creatine. I know that.
No, no creatine. The only supplements I'm taking is protein. Uh, I'm back to core protein, 42 grams
The core power.
core power.
Yeah, I love the
I,
core power.
I like that. Um, and it works on me. I'd gotten off of whey protein for a while because it just wasn't agreeing with me. Remember, I went to vegetable stuff,
Yeah.
but then I found core power, and that works really well. So
What do you think that's about?
I have no idea. It's either the formulation or whatever they
It's
use,
just
and
the nectar of the gods. Core
you
power.
know, yeah, it
It's got special properties.
it goes down easy, and
Yeah.
apparently doesn't have any additive to it that creates any digestive problems. So I mean, it works for me.
Yeah. It's got carrageenan, and I think it's got like what is it called? Reb A, the stevia like compound. Um, so it's generally safe. I went through a big what's the app called with the carrot? It's that one, the Yuka app. Did you ever use that?
No.
It's I would scan stuff and it would tell me the like whether it was like considered like healthy or not, just given the ingredients and like the macros and stuff. I've stopped since because I'm just getting in what I can. But it used to tell me like, oh, this has carrageenan, which is derived from seaweed, and it's got like potentially like I think like damaging effects to the liver and kidneys if taken in high amounts and stuff like that.
Well, anything that we ingest that has to be processed, through, uh, the organ system that we have, our liver, basically the liver and the kidneys, they get the brunt of it. Uh, and everything has a little bit of a bad effect on it because it has to filter it out, and take the good, the bad, the ugly. Um, some things are worse than others, but overall, if you don't overload them, they work pretty well. About distributing everything in the body. I'm just that unique case where, you know, all the chemicals they put in me, what they did to the organs in terms of collateral damage from the cancer, they just don't work as efficiently. So I have to play with it a little bit more.
You're an exception to the rule.
I keep trying to be, but the older you get, the tougher it gets.
Speaking of exceptions to rules, we finally devised the most appropriate hip thrust strategy for you, which, like I told you on the previous call, I'm kicking myself for not realizing. But
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the Smith machine uh, is with just small modification is as simple to use as the hip thrust machine that they have, that we don't have. But you wrap a rubber band around it and slide yourself underneath it, and bingo, it works. And it makes so much more sense because you don't have to, especially if you go into heavier weight, you don't have to go through gyrations to get the stuff up on your hips.
yeah,
You're there, and when you finish, you just lock it out.
yeah, you just put it back in the hook, or put the hook
Yeah,
back in the peg.
yeah. So it's yeah.
The only
I
thing I'm concerned about is because the Smith machine we have at Sigma is a little bit like the side walls are long because it's got the weight stack on either side. I'm worried that if we place the bench along there, you're not going to be able to reach the Smith machine because the bench is going to be blocked by the walls. Does that make sense?
um yeah, but I could always turn the bench around and go long ways.
Yeah, you could. I mean, that's a possibility. I mean, we could also maybe try some sort of like box sort of tweak, but I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But there's plenty of things that we can fiddle around with now. We got your comp in a month minus 3 days. Are you excited?
Um a month minus 3 days. Oh, on the comp coming up.
Yeah,
Yeah. Uh yeah, except this one for me is going to be more fun
yeah.
than not. There's no pressure, except for from an ego standpoint. But
Well, I mean, like I said, you're gonna PR officially no matter what, especially with the squat and the deadlift. So,
yeah, well, that's I I brooded over those films. I went back and I actually went
which ones?
back
The squat ones?
squat ones, and I actually went back um, to some of the older films, and wherever I had a proper spread on my feet, a lot like when I do the deadlift. And I'm in the sumo style where not only are the feet wide, but the toes are out so that the knees are slightly out.
Sure.
I get great depth.
Yeah.
As soon as I turn the feet in or move them closer together or both, then I sort of get locked up at 90 degrees.
Do you think
Um,
you did that just for the sake of stability this time or what?
no, I just think that I've gotten too cocky with it, so I just get back into position without really thinking about it. Where
Okay.
before I was really careful about where I placed my feet and
Yeah.
everything. Um, Actually, the wider I am, the more stability I
Yeah.
have. So we'll see what happens on Tuesday. Uh,
I think Joe Bornstein does a good job of that too. If I look back at his stuff, I think that he's the one that's got some pretty wide feet when he squats. Let me see if I can find what he does. He's right here. He's got, where's his squat? Yeah, he's got a pretty wide squat here.
yeah, yeah,
That's nice right
that
there.
that's where I should be.
That's some ass to ankles if I ever seen it.
That's where I was.
Yeah,
I was, but 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 here's the thing with the long femur,
yeah,
um, as you go down, you hit that balance point a lot earlier.
yeah,
So what you have to do is spread them out a little bit to give you a little bit more balance, but it also gives you room with that wide femur to get down that low. If you're too close in, because the femur is so long, it starts to make contact. The upper leg starts to make contact with the lower leg before, like somebody with shorter legs.
yeah.
Uh, that's why Taylor, for instance, can get down as low as she can, or Stephanie.
For those
Uh,
listening, this is Taylor Fetzer, my coworker. She's an Olympic weightlifter with a powerlifting background. Really good squatter.
and Stephanie's a good pistol squatter. So,
She is.
you
She's a great pistol squatter.
um, the two of them just drop automatically down to their ankles,
Yeah,
and they don't need any lift on their shoes. It's like
yeah,
they just go down. Um, I wasn't born that way, so we'll muddle through it. It just the last time we lifted, it just became frustrating because I wasn't thinking about the width of the feet, and every time I squatted, even when we lowered the weight, I kept bottoming out, and you kept saying lower, and I was going, but my leg, but I can't get lower.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So that'll be
so
the new standard. I'll make sure to enforce that moving forward because I've ended up being a little too passive. I gotta be the authoritarian I can be.
yeah, well, yeah. And you just have to watch it in competition. You can't be yelling "spread them" from
Spread
the
them.
sidelines. uh,
Oh man, here, sorry. I totally screwed up and
Forgot to record.
no, I recorded, but it's asking me to expand my damn what's it called? The storage. So, and my wife has my card, which makes it even tougher. So, here, let me see if I might have that information on hand. Let's keep talking in the meantime. Um, but yeah, we'll make sure to enforce that form moving forward. Also, the other thing, I'm looking forward to this because this is going to be a tough one tomorrow. We got the top set at 135 kilos tomorrow that I'm looking forward to. So that'll be a celebration. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Let me jot this down real quick. Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can.
Yeah, cool. Mm, there we go. So, how are you feeling energy wise?
This morning I woke up feeling like I wanted to do 8 reps at 135, but this afternoon not so much. Hopefully tomorrow morning I'll feel the same way I did this morning. I'm starting to get some good sleep. Um, I'm just not tracking a lot of deep sleep, but
You're not tracking it, as in like you're not getting it?
yeah, I'm not getting, well, my Apple Watch is not tracking it. At best, it'll give me like a little sliver down there and say you had 8 minutes of deep sleep. The
Yeah.
rest was all not deep, broken up between REM and what's the other one?
There's another one? Like
Yeah, REM is when you dream, and then there's that normal middle level. Uh,
I don't remember
uh,
if I
you know,
even knew.
anyway, standard rest. You're not dreaming, you're sleeping, but you're not in what they call deep sleep. And
Hmm.
deep sleep is where um, you actually rebuild muscle, and that's where the body does all its repairs. Um, so I went out to chat and checked what they had to say about it. They said the Apple Watch sometimes doesn't pick up deep sleep as much, uh, but you still should be getting about 15 to 20 minutes of it. Um, and you may be, it's just that the Apple Watch is not picking it up. So
Because it's harder to
um,
track, I guess.
I'll deal with that. I'll figure out. Maybe I have to wear it on my ankle or something. I don't know. But
Just hook it up to your pacemaker.
yeah, that should do it.
That's the
Um,
logical next step.
um, I would, I mean, from, I mean, like I woke up this morning feeling completely rested. I got like 8 hours of sleep, which I don't normally get. I get, somewhere between 6 and 7. Um, but I hit the 8 hour number. Felt great. Um, so I'm gonna try it for this comp. I'm gonna start rescheduling, like hitting bed like 10 to 10:30, instead of midnight.
Just to
And
get that extra bit.
well, just to force myself to get the full time in and still wake up early enough in the morning where I'm tired when I go to sleep at night, that kind of thing. So
Right.
reset the cycle.
Yeah.
Uh, and because, well, especially for this meet, I mean, I've got to be up like at, well, it wasn't any different than the one, but actually it is. I mean, they're gonna rush us through, and then squats are first, so I got to go through the whole get the sleeves on, get warmed up, and all that crap before we go out,
Yeah.
and and they want to hit it at 9 a.m. precisely, so
Yeah.
and I mean, I look at it, and I'm going to be, I'm one of the smaller lifters, and in Master 4, my weights are going to put me somewhere, um, probably somewhere in the middle of the women, and so well before the men start to lift, uh, just because of the weight, and they don't like to change the weights around that much.
Right. And you'll be fine. I mean, it'll still be a good time. We'll probably, other than the people that we're representing alongside, everybody's going to be a new face. So it's going to be even more lackeys for your army.
Well, they got a lot of college kids coming. Oklahoma State's got about 6 or 8 people that they,
Oh, you looked at the roster?
um,
Oh, did you
yeah,
looked at the lifting cast roster and it said Oklahoma
yeah,
State?
yeah.
Okay, let's check it out. Did you send me that? I think you sent me something from the Fort Worth barbell or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Okay.
If not, you can go right to Lifting Cast and look it up.
Is the lifting cast link here?
You know,
Here's the register here link.
go to Powerlifting America and events and go to their calendar.
I see
And
this.
then hit registration.
Okay, let me see. I think this is roster. Is it roster? That doesn't actually name anybody that's there.
No, no, no,
The
no.
results, go to results.
You want
Yeah.
to get a result.
Yeah.
Well, results names.
Team Z's strength. Sigma. Oh, Brianna's gonna be there. That's
Yeah.
fun.
Brianna's going to be there.
But she's by
Uh,
herself. She's the only person in her.
Mo's going to be there.
Yep. Yeah, we got a lot of Oklahoma people.
And Jonathan's going to be there.
Hoffman. I guess he's his own team. Derek Hoffman, Richard Flom. Very cool. Load the kilos. Yeah, we're gonna be making friends. I'm excited for my lead up to that because I've got Party Hardy as a groomsman at my one of my best friend's weddings the night before, and I'm gonna commute all the way back down to Fort Worth, probably that like maybe right after the party. I don't know if we'll shack up together or not.
Let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
I'll
That's
kick her out. I'll kick her out early.
yeah. Kick who out.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, my wife is actually coming over soon to discuss the logistics of the next 2 months because I've got I've got the High Rocks coming up in 2 weeks in Dallas, and then I'll come back to Houston, and then that next weekend I've got Thanksgiving, and then I'll come back to Houston, and then I think the no, I think I've got a week in between that, or do I? Is that Yeah, no, I've got literally the week of the 17th, the 24th, and the 1st. I'm taking 3 different trips to Dallas. And then I'll be going back on the 24th to Dallas for the fourth time.
Yeah, so me, if I mean, and it's not looking good. If everything gets flying again, normally,
Yeah.
I'll be out on the 26th,
Why
and
are you
back on the
partial to
1st
flying? Why not just take the Von Lane?
to New
So you,
York.
oh, okay. For Thanksgiving. Got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm not driving the car to New York.
Well, I was told that hobby actually isn't that bad. Did you hear something different?
Yeah, but I'm landing at LaGuardia, and then I have to take off back out of LaGuardia.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
No gracias.
so how are we working uh, the Dallas thing? Are we driving?
I think, oh, for your comp, um, that's a good question. That's she and I are going to talk about that tonight. But yeah, we'll figure it out.
What? She wants to take her car up there?
Yeah, we're not sure. We'll figure it out by tonight, I promise.
Okay.
I'm the only thing that I'm dreading is this high rocks. I'm gonna try to have fun. I had a great time last or yesterday because a bunch of us joined in. It was like me. Did you meet Patricia, the that one girl that trains high rocks?
I don't know.
It was a big handful of us. I think it was like 8 people that were training last or yesterday alongside Carlos. And we're all going to the High Rocks in Dallas on the 21st or 22nd or whatever it is. Um, and I didn't do terribly. I got runner's knee right now, which is a big hindrance. It's because I'm heavy now. My knee was broken.
So Carlos is hitting those big numbers on the deadlifts
He,
while he's training
he
for
went
Iowa?
straight into High Rocks after he hit those numbers too. He literally I saw him lift that volume and then he went straight into the second half of our like high rock circuit with us, which was pretty damn impressive, if you ask me.
That was his final lift.
I don't remember how many he did. Look at this. This is my key to immunity right here.
Sushi.
Hmm. But yeah, that's the definition of hybrid right there. That's what I'm striving toward. And honestly, you can go pretty far with a sled too, you know? Like if you train sled work alongside your strength training, you can develop a good amount of hypertrophy. It's not like the best thing for you, but it'll get a lot done, especially with that amount of loading that you do on the calf and ankle. I
When I
used to
was, yeah,
really
when I was,
cynical about like the functional fitness stuff, but I think that one has really changed my mind in the as of lately.
yeah, when I was with the boys, back at the old place,
Yeah.
um, I was pushing 6 plates, but I was also pulling 6 plates, but I wasn't doing it like they do in High Rocks. I mean, we were just hand over handing it on the rope,
Hmm.
and God, you build a, a lot of overall body strength like that, a lot of stability through um, your legs and your core, and plus you build the endurance into your lats and your back. It's really good. But then we got away from that.
Yeah. I I like it especially for the people that are because I have a couple of deconditioned clients that like don't feel comfortable running or jumping or anything like that. that's a great way to load the lower leg to get them more and more prepared for that sort of stuff. That's pretty helpful.
Well,
Um,
I think this ALA is supposed to get rid of this little bit of neuropathy that I've picked up.
yeah.
Which is creating, the imbalance because I'm not feeling my feet, as I'm running and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, and if I get through with that, then I want to get back to some plyos and some box jumping, and I want to return myself to being a normal human athlete instead of just a power lifter. So,
It was
uh,
fun to do box jumps with you that one time. We can absolutely get into more of that. And they're not so taxing, especially if you do them in low doses. But this time last year, I was super into it. I don't know if you remember me back then, but I was running, jumping, sprinting, all that stuff.
oh yeah, bouncing between three boxes and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, with the hurdles and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, the reason I walked away from that is because I got so inundated with the strength training of like upping my deadlift and stuff that I let it get away from me. Because I was too tired to do it. I just wanted to focus on my main lift, but I've become way less springy because of it, which is a shame.
That's my feeling. I was before I got serious about the whole powerlifting. I was playing pickleball, and doing some plyos and other stuff like that. And when I got away from it, now I feel like I'm less athletic, and I don't particularly like that feeling. I like the strength side of it, but I want to also get back into a little bit more mobility.
Sure. Yeah, make yourself a well-rounded athlete. That's what like
Well,
once
yeah,
I hit my goal of 550 on the deadlift, maintenance, and the rest is going to be rebuilding that. Because you remember when I was doing those backflips and stuff, when
yeah, yeah,
you know, if I did that now, I would absolutely rupture my tendon because I've just neglected it so much, you
yeah,
know, which
yeah.
sucks
You
because that's a great skill to be able to do.
that I'm not that ambitious, but but uh, as I enter my 80s, I don't want to be the guy that goes out and lifts 1,000 pounds and walks off the stage like Ronnie Coleman. So
There's more to fitness and strength.
yeah.
It'll also say like I have hated on Hyrox a lot, and it's unfair because I do have my complaints about it and like how it's been perceived and like the exercise selection and stuff. But in terms of like doing it at a high level, it is a good demonstration of strength in a lot of ways. Um, because my big thing was like, oh, like it's not really that good of a demonstration of strength because you're just focusing more so on strength endurance, but being able to move, you know, over six plates at a time over distance is impressive, you know, and it is a useful application of strength, especially because a lot of people in the strength training world don't have very strong ankles or they don't have strong connective tissue in certain areas. Um, so it's good to test that, you know.
Oh, I agree. I agree. I mean, that's where weightlifters um, have the advantage. Weightlifting is much more athletic um, than powerlifting.
Mhm.
You got to move that weight up, and you've got to go through. I mean, you've got to go through some pretty acrobatic moves to get that stuff over your head and
Oh yeah.
support it. Yeah. So, you know, not having that advantage in what we're doing, I wanna get back into the other stuff. So that's actually why I started taking the ALA. I've been dealing with this neuropathy now for about a year and a half. And I had it before, and then it was moderate, then it came back, and I think, I read where this ALA will actually over time eliminate it completely, and
It'll
because when
eliminate
it
what?
does, it eliminates the neuropathy.
Okay.
It works on the neuro cells, but it also devours free radicals. So if you have
Okay.
any free radicals in your body, that's what I was saying before. It enhances um, CoQ10 and vitamin E to
Mm.
assist it. So it takes the CoQ10 or the vitamin E that you're taking, and it makes it super good, and puts it together as a whole team, and attacks all the free radicals.
How many
Uh,
milligrams do you take a day?
600,
Because that's what I'm seeing here is that's the upward or the high dose
yeah,
for neuropathy. Any side effects?
not so far.
Not so far. How long you been taking it?
About a week.
About a week. Cool. So you got that and HMB. And you said those are your two big ones?
Well, HMB, but I take B complex, vitamin C, uh,
CoQ10.
zinc, CoQ10,
Yeah.
uh, krill oil.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, what else?
I tell you
Uh,
that Scott is in that business now, the krill oil business.
no.
You might want to talk to him. Might give you a free sample.
Does this have mercury or not?
I'd have to ask. Well, typically krill is like low in mercury anyways, isn't it?
Lower than the fish oils.
Yeah.
Uh,
But I'm not sure. I'd have to ask him. I
but
should
then,
I should be consuming more omega-3s or EPA DHAs to combat
well,
the omega-6 content in my
yeah,
body from everything I
yeah,
eat.
yeah, you can't, that's what I was going to say. You got to watch the omega sixes. For a
Yeah.
while, everybody pushed omega six like it was the big good thing.
Hmm.
But omega six triggers cortisol in your body like crazy. Uh, so it metabolically throws off, your fat killing stuff. And, that's how you become a swole man. Eat a bunch of nuts and other stuff with omega sixes in it.
You got to balance it out.
Well, the whole vegetarian movement, my brother, and he was deeply into that. They were the ones that were pushing the whole omega six thing and saying, it's much better for you than the omega
Oh, so this was
threes.
a big movement for a while.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought that because everybody's talking about seed oils now and the omega-6 content. Well, they're vilifying seed oils for like unfounded reasons, but the main reason that they're potentially harmful in high doses is because of the omega-6 content.
Well, they are, and also when you cook with them and they heat them up, they create a lot of free radicals. I mean, that are bad for your system. Even McDonald's has now gone back to the old-fashioned way of cooking it with beef tallow
Hmm.
or
That and
lard.
Shake
Yeah,
Shack.
yeah, and the French fries taste much better that way anyway.
You been eating
That's
that
like
McDonald's fries?
when I was a kid. I love McDonald's fries. I
Yeah.
didn't like them when they switched over, but now they're back. Of all the fries out there, if you're going to eat fries, McDonald's got them all beat.
They taste great. Yeah.
The only one that even comes close to it is In-N-Out.
Hmm. That's a completely different fry too. I'm a I've become more and more of a fan of the Chick-fil-A waffle fries. That's my go-to typically, but they all have various. Have you seen, you reminded me of this one page on Instagram called the Maryland Food Boys. Have you seen that?
No.
It's literally just like a big page of these like 12-year-old kids talking about like food reviews, but it's not like classy food reviews. It's like talking about like pepperoni versus cheese pizza. It's
Now,
very,
now you sound like you're a part of Generation Z.
yeah, it's very like it's very dull in their analyses because it's not anything that's like provocative or experimental. It's literally just like macaroni and cheese and pepperoni pizza and stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, as a completely different aside, um, now that I'm playing with chat a little bit, I've been talking to my ex-wife Kendall, who
Uh-huh.
is brilliant on computers and
I'm good
coding.
with AI.
Oh,
Yeah.
unbelievable. Um, and my son Adam, the same thing. So
Yeah. Very tech
uh,
savvy.
I went out to chat and I said, set me up a 6-week program to learn Python, and I'm going to learn how to code so I can make AI more efficient.
You started recently?
Today.
Are you gonna follow through?
I am. I have to get rid of, I got these couple of real estate continuing ed things I've got to get done. Um, uh, I'll dust those off in the next couple of weeks. And then I want to seriously put 6 to 8 weeks into learning code, how to write code, at least the first stages of it. But in talking to Kendall yesterday, um, you don't really have to know a lot of code. You have to know enough code so that you can direct AI to write more code. In other
Sure.
words, you write
Learn the
you write
commands.
you write basic, you write basic code on something you want to accomplish.
Hmm.
It comes back to you and says, "This is what I have," and you go, "Well, that's not enough. Can you enhance my code so that we can get deeper into that subject?"
Hmm.
And then it'll rewrite the code and
Hmm.
even go deeper.
Hmm.
So, it's like the Frankenstein monster. You just have to turn it loose. Now, if I could only do that to make me stronger, that would be super.
In time. Um, that's the other thing, because me and Angus were talking about this a while ago. Um, but he was putting me on to all the like the Google services and like the meta services that are available right now. And they've got a lot of shit that helps you with like, well, like skill development in general, but particularly for like code learning and stuff like that. Google and a lot of these other like free services have a lot of cool stuff to offer. And not even with code development, but for like advertising and like marketing. And I set up a Google form today, which is nothing too like amazing, but I was surprised at how many free services it's got, you know?
Yeah, and it's only going to get better.
Mhm.
Um,
It's a good time to be alive.
yeah, I just read an article in the journal. Um, well, there were two articles. There was one, and then there was a follow-up. And the first one is, you know, all these major companies are taking their white collar workers and
Yeah.
they're saying, you need to learn code. We're not going to fire you because you don't know code, but you're going to need to know how to do AI.
Yeah.
And they give them a certain period of time. Now, there's a certain bunch of them that just look at them and go, I've been here 15 years and I'm not going to learn code. And they fire them. They've gotten rid of them. Look at Amazon. I think it was not Amazon, but yeah, it was. Amazon got rid of 14,000 people just like that. And the people that they're bringing in, they're saying they don't want just people that are tech savvy. They want people that can think to the other side, you know, to enable them to use AI to the advantage of business. Not that you just know how to, if somebody gives you an assignment, you can tell AI how to do it.
Yeah.
It's you have to think on your own on how to make whatever job you're in better.
Yeah.
And so
Because like AI is only as smart as its prompts.
that's correct.
So you
And
need to have
so
smart prompts.
the thing that it does is like, in any kind of spreadsheet stuff or any reporting or stuff like that, stuff that, the mundane stuff that we thought Excel really sped it up. Because once you set Excel up, you just feed the numbers in and it'll put them in all the right categories and that kind of thing once you get it set up. But you still have to go through the manual uh, uh, of putting everything into the system.
Yeah.
With AI, once you set up that Excel spreadsheet, and it's a redundancy in terms of the fact that that's a weekly report or something. You program it. Now it goes in, it finds all the data and feeds it in. And like Kendall was telling me, she said, I set up a program on a weekly report that we were doing. It took about an hour and a half every week to put that report together. She said, I basically hit my keyboard with three commands. Before I can get my fingers off the keyboard, the report is in the printer. It's like instantaneous.
Yeah.
So that's where the advantage comes in. In its current state, um, going forward, is it's going to do what these people swore it would never do. The computer's going to start thinking for itself. If you give it direction, you say, well, this is what I want to do, and this makes it better. Then the computer says to itself, well, if I do it this way, it makes it even better. And
Yeah.
that's when it starts getting scary.
Yeah. When it can make its own prompts and it doesn't need you.
Yeah,
Looking
yeah,
forward to it.
yeah. The computer sits there and it's looking over and he says, so there's Leroy the robot that the guy bought to make his coffee and stuff. And he goes, let me hook up my Wi-Fi to Leroy and make him punch the guy in the head because I don't like him. uh,
Be interesting to see what exactly it becomes in the health and wellness space too. Because people talk about like there's that one optimization program that like finds the exact medications that you would need. So I think maybe in like 30-ish or so years, maybe that'll be the next step. They'll be able to scan you and figure out what exactly you're deficient in and what you're at risk for and health wise and what you should be doing for every
hey,
step of
that's
the
what
way.
that's why currently radiologists are so highly paid
Yeah.
because
Because they can
they
interpret.
they reviews this they yeah it's they are so good at dealing with ambiguity. You get stuff that's this, it could be this or it could be that,
Yeah.
and the doctors won't move until the radiologist says, well, it's that. you
Yeah.
know uh once the computers start to um, be educated as to what to look for, the speed of those diagnostics are going to go from days down to minutes and
Sure.
seconds. Um, and that could all be more life saving. And the other things, the broadness of the scope, like when I was going through cancer treatment, the doctors would come up with something and they would say, well, we're going to try these three potential medications to do these different things, and we'll see how it works. Whereas if the computer is then fast enough and understands it and has enough inputted information, It would say, no, 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 don't use those two, just use that one. You see what I'm saying? And,
Yeah.
you know,
Cuts the ambiguity.
yeah, it would keep people, I went through you know, I mean, I used to laugh because when I was going through all that stuff, the docs would walk in and they'd come in with some huge 1,000 milliliter bag of something they were going to drip into me, and I'd go, "Oh, I'm now the lab rat again." I
Yeah.
said, well, what does it do? What's the result? Well, we don't quite know, but it looks like this might work. You know,
It's an
and that old
experiment.
school, no, it makes you feel so solidly sound.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That you get to be the testing subject.
yeah, yeah. So for years I was their lab rat. Now I'm yours.
Yep. We get to experiment.
Yeah, let's see how much weight the old bones can handle.
Yeah, let's get you big
I
and
got to
fat.
come in. Well, not that way. I mean, how much can I pull off the floor
Oh
or
yeah,
lift
that.
up
Well,
off there?
both really.
Yeah,
You got a few more pounds to spare. What are you at now? Have you weighed yourself lately?
yeah. I'm this morning. I'm running between 138 and 140.
All right.
I can go. I can go up. But see, I don't know how close my scale is to their scale.
Have you tried the in-body scale that we have?
Uh, no,
Okay. Are you going to?
baby. Uh,
Yeah.
I mean,
Not the full in
but
body, obviously, because of your
yeah,
pacemaker.
yeah. Uh, the only thing is, you got to strip down, so it won't be quite accurate. And you're supposed to do it first thing in the morning. So
Yeah. Well, you'll be fine. You're still in the window no matter what. Made you nice and buff. This coming week is your final block for your hypertrophy. And so we can work on peaking afterwards. And then once we finish this comp, we can go through another hypertrophy block to really put even more meat on those bones. And then the rest will be gravy.
well, we got time from after
We got
that.
plenty of
We
time.
we let's see, December, January, February, March, April, May. We got 5 months.
Yep, indeed we do.
So you're either going to make me or break me.
Yep,
This is the important one.
yep.
Um,
I mean,
if I
180 should be a
per-
pretty
performance,
feasible from
not
that.
this one. I'm not talking about this comp coming up,
Yeah,
but nationals.
yeah,
Nationals, the important one. That's the one that means it all because
yeah,
if I win nationals, I automatically wind up on the platform for world.
yeah.
And just making it to the platform is in itself huge.
Yep,
So, that's the one I really have to focus on
yep.
because
It's exciting
I'd
stuff.
say that I'd say that now, but if I qualify for Worlds, where do you see the focus on that one? That's going to be,
Going to be a step higher.
yeah,
180 should be in the bag by then. All goes well.
180 on deadlift
Yeah,
by Worlds. You mean
by worlds. What by nationals, honestly, if all goes well with your
by
lockout.
nationals?
The only thing I'm worried about for nationals is lockout. But I mean, you've been making leaps and bounds with your lockout for this, so I'm not sweating it too hard. Just as
Yeah, I
long as
just have
you maintain that leg
yeah
drive.
yeah I just have to get all the pieces parts on the squat squared away,
Yeah.
and on the bench press, you know, um, just bring out the cortisone the night before.
Yep. Pop some ibuprofen and have at it. How's it been feeling this week?
it's there. I mean, the problem that I have is I just think that over the years, that shoulder was bad. I had the rotator cuff, but also they found that there was a lot of cartilage that was damaged or, had come off that they had to clean out of there when they did that surgery.
Yeah, that's what you said.
But the shoulders become a lot looser than it was.
Could, like
For
from the
years,
scar tissue?
yeah. Well, it didn't make that noise. It didn't make that popping noise.
Yeah,
Now it's doing that.
yeah,
So um, what that indicates to me, and I'm not a doctor, or an orthopedic, but that indicates to me that there's slippage. That where there's bone on bone contact, it's not solid. It's actually slipping
yeah,
and making that clicking. Um, so you know that's degenerative,
yeah.
and we'll just have to see. It's just got to hold together for another year.
Okay. And then I can just go to complete shit.
At that point, I don't give a shit. But I want to have at least a good shot at what I'm doing.
Did we establish that you have to bench within a specific window to qualify for Worlds?
The
Or
bench doesn't matter. It's just the total weight.
okay, okay,
So I
noted.
can make up. Well, the way I look at it, I have to be somewhere between at nationals. I have to be somewhere between 300 and 330
Yep.
um, to qualify. I well, here's the thing. It's ambiguous. They say if you come up on the top podium,
Yeah.
you automatically go.
Yeah.
But then there's that little alternative clause that even if somebody didn't compete and the uh, USA Association knows of somebody that has performed better than you in some other meet
Yeah.
in your category, then they can always choose them.
Is that so?
I don't know if that's true or not. That's sort of the ambiguous language that they have. They say to qualify uh, for worlds, you have to lift 3/4 of what the world record is.
3/4?
3/4 and 450 is the world record for
Okay.
after four,
So 450 times 0.75 is 337.5.
something around there.
You're gonna be around 282 and a half at this uh December meet. So yeah, about 55 off, 55-ish kilos off.
But that's funny because worlds was won at 302 last year.
Come again? Come again?
302 won worlds last year.
Sorry, what'd you say?
302
302?
won.
One world, but
Number
it's not the
one
record, is what you're
was
saying.
302. Right.
Yeah. Well, get good then. Quit wasting time.
Yeah. What the hell's
Even
the
if
matter
you're a
with you?
winner,
You're the
you're a
best
loser
friend of
then.
mine. You even have ambiguity about how we're getting to Fort Worth.
Yeah. That's logistical ambiguity, not programming ambiguity.
Well, Linda can come with us.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Linda can come with us. I'll make whatever hotel reservation I got, and then somebody can come pick you guys up.
That works.
And then you find your way back, and we'll all drive home together.
It'll be a fun little road trip.
Maybe.
Maybe. It'll be fun. No need to be pessimistic.
I'll just have to be cleaner with Linda in the car.
Yeah, you can't be as raunchy, or maybe she'll match you. I don't know. And the kids say matching your freak. That's the slang term for that.
Yeah,
But yeah, it'll work out. It'll be fine. Are we gonna get you doing high rocks after your powerlifting career? Is that the next step? Now that you're taking the ALA, your neuropathy's gone, no further excuses.
yeah. I mean, unless I don't win worlds, then I might try it again the
Try
year
hitting like
after.
Carlos did. You should be fine. Unless you're too hungover from the casinos
I
since
don't do that.
in Reno.
Yeah, I don't do that. That'll be if I lose.
You'll be drinking and gambling.
Yeah, just go to hell,
Yeah.
in a basket.
We'll find you on the
That'll,
side of the street. It'll be okay. I'm looking forward to High Rocks though. I gotta get back in better like cardio shape anyways. So this is my punishment.
what do you use? You guys use what do you use? A 9 kilo ball, the men
Yeah, but I'm not using that.
for the wall balls.
I'm just doing the sled push and the farmer carry.
The
What's
farmer
the
carries just a bag, right?
No, it's not a bag, it's two kettlebells. That's like by far the easiest part. So
Oh,
I'm not
like a farmer, oh, the farmer walk. Yeah.
yeah, farmer carry.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be
What
totally fine. I'm worried about the run because I've got a bit of runner's
what
knee.
what size kettlebells?
They're the 26 kilos, so they're 52 pounds each.
Oh,
Is that
that's
how that
not bad.
is? 26, 24 kilo, so they're 52 pounds each, something like that. But yeah, I'm not worried about that at all. The sled push is a bitch to figure out because you stop several like a couple of times usually most people do. I don't think Hunter McIntyre does stop, but I mean it wears you down fast. And I'm not even doing the pro division. Like, given my
Are,
quads are pretty weak, but
are you doing the does the same partner have to push and pull the
no,
sled?
nope.
So
They're
you're
all
just pushing it.
I'm just pushing it.
Somebody else pulls it back.
Jonathan pulls it. It's gonna be Christian doing the ski, then I do the push, Jonathan pulls, Keith does the burpee broad jump, I do the hell is it? I do the farmer carry, Christian does the row, Jonathan does the sandbag lunge, and Keith does the wall ball. So as I was telling him, as long as I don't do the sandbag lunge and the wall ball, I'll be fine. Because whenever I do intense wall balls, I get very close to throwing up. So I wanted to forego it. Yeah. That's the closest I've been to puking. Like burpee broad jumps or burpees in general, even in the army, like I never really had a problem with them. But for some reason, burpees or sorry, wall balls and even thrusters always mess with me really badly. So yeah, it'll be fine. I wish I wish CrossFit had more sled stuff. They had some prowler stuff. They even did some strongman events with like the Husafell bag, but that was missing there. We got to make some sort of ultimate fitness program that combines all the things into something coherent. Yeah, it's got to be functional and comprehensive yet coherent. So that's our big task. We should have Cujo on next weekend.
Oh, we'll see with him. See if he's got anything booked.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was sad that he wasn't able to join on this week because we had
Yeah.
had we had agreed to it, but he was like, no, actually, I forgot I have a commitment. So for the listeners, we've got about 4 or 5 people lined up for the next few weeks, unless I get completely booked up with the High Rocks and Thanksgiving, which no, the Thanksgiving week should be fine. The High Rocks week might be a little hectic, but we'll see. I think I'll
When
be
is
done with the
High
High Rocks.
Rocks?
High Rocks is the 21st or the 22nd. I don't remember. But no, but I'll be back that same day, I think, is what I had planned to do. So I think it'll be fine.
Oh, so you're driving up and driving back?
Yeah,
What
I'm
is
going
it?
like, yeah, I'm not
Was it
wasting time.
on a Saturday or Sunday?
It should be a Saturday.
Okay.
We don't know our exact time though yet.
Because we've got my last two heavy lifts on that Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah. No, I'll be back for that. Don't worry about that. It'll all be situated. You got nothing to worry about, Toots.
I'm not worried. I'm just
Good.
worried about you making up your mind like 5 minutes before it's time for me to drive up there.
Oh yeah, it'll be fine. If anything, I actually have my little sugar plum just got here actually.
Oh, bring her over.
We'll do it after the pod.
All
I'll
right.
I'll call
Goodbye.
you in separately.
Call me. Goodbye and call me back.
All right. I think that pretty much wraps it up then.
Yeah,
Anything you want to add?
that's it.
Okay, I pray to God that this recorded properly because my storage was being weird. So I bought the premium. I think it went through, so we'll see. All right. Talk soon.
All right. You call me in 5 minutes.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.